Do you hate reloading magazines? Let's be honest, everybody hates reloading magazines. But if you are using a Sig P320 or one of its variants, I've got really good news for you today. Let's check it out. This is the slap loader. It's made by Unorthodox Designs and available exclusively at Gun Mag Warehouse. Now, to be transparent, Gun Mag Warehouse did send one of these out for us to test, and we appreciate it. It won't alter our opinions on it, but we do want to let you know about that. So as you saw, you take it out, it's one piece. It's ready to rock and roll. There's nothing to put together. There's no tab A, slot B, any of that nonsense. It is ready to go. Now, the only other thing in here is some instructions. When I originally unpacked this, I didn't see the instructions. I just kind of did what guys do and started monkeying with it on my own. Initially, I put the magazine in backwards. That didn't work. I figured it out, put it in the right way, and within about 30 seconds, I was using it without the benefit of the instructions. Apparently, they knew they were sending this to me. That's why they sent me 2 sets of instructions. They know I'm not that bright. But anyway, this is as easy as it gets. You take your 320 magazine, put it in, drop your round in, and it's in. Yeah, it was that easy. Just like that. And there's your loaded 320 magazine. It will fit any sizes of the 320 magazines. This is really as easy to use as it looks. The only things that you have to remember is, since the round is going to go in bullet first, you orient your mag the appropriate way, and then you just push. It is something that you can do without a lot of concentration or coordination. You can even do this one-handed while you're drinking your coffee. I'll tell you what I can't do one-handed while I drink my coffee, and that's use my Magpul, because it takes 2 hands for me to do that. Now, this I've been using for years, and it is a good piece of kit, but when it gets down there to that last round or two, especially if you have newer magazines, it gets a little hard to push down. You do not experience that with the slap loader, because you're using weight and gravity to your advantage. So it becomes just a simple, easy way to put 15, 17, whatever rounds in you need. The amount of pressure that you're putting on it is about like you would for a stapler or a 3-hole punch. It's really that easy to use. Now, one thing that the manufacturer does point out is this only works on metal magazines. I had an ETS magazine that I tried to use it with. It does not work consistently. If I pushed on it hard enough, every once in a while I could get around to go in, but it's not that easy to use like it's intended. I also tried a Pro Mag. Now, I'm not a fan of Pro Mags. I know you're saying, well, why do you have ETS and Pro Mags anyway? I live in South Florida. It rains like 8 months out of the year on a pretty much daily basis. So sometimes if it is particularly rainy and I don't want to drop my OEM magazines into mud puddles, I'll use the Pro Mags. But it does work with the Pro Mag, but it takes a lot more effort than it does with the OEM mags. You see, that effort versus the OEM is just like that. I did also try the new ones from Magpul. You can also get these at Gun Mag Warehouse. So I bought a couple of these to try out for reliability. They also work just as well in the slap loader as my other magazines do. So where would I use this? I would use this everywhere. Now, being a typical guy, I tried other magazines to see if maybe it sort of kind of worked. Ones that had similar magazine geometry, like the Walther PDP or the Springfield Echelon. It does not work on anything but 320 magazines. Now, the good news for you Glock owners, they also make a slap magazine loader that is made for Glock double stack magazines. So you can also get that at Gun Mag Warehouse. I'll put links to it in the description below. But this one is for the 320. There is not an easier way to reload magazines than with this slap loader. This is something that will be going out to the range with me on a very consistent basis. It is just easy and simple to use. There's nothing to put together. Everything comes in the box. Ready to go. Where does that leave us? Well, I'm not going to get rid of my Magpul. It still works on a bunch of other magazines for other guns that I use. It's been reliable, it's fine. But for the days that I'm shooting 320s, if you're shooting 320s, this needs to be in your range bag. You'll spend more time shooting, less time loading, and you're not going to be busting your thumbs while you're doing it. You can't ask for more than that. So hey, if this helped you out, please hit like, subscribe. We've got more gear reviews coming up in the very near future. Appreciate you sticking around to the end. Thanks. One other feature that this has is a stripper. You just put it on there and you can strip out your magazines. I prefer to unload my magazines by putting them into targets, but that's just me. If you need to strip some magazines out, this is an easy way to avoid any stress on your thumb or anything like that.